Back at Taposiris Magna, Kathleen Martinez is descending into a 2,000-year-old shaft to the lost tomb of Queen Cleopatra.
In an astonishing turn of events, a group of archaeologists and scientists recently uncovered a groundbreaking discovery within the fabled tomb of the mysterious Egyptian queen Cleopatra. Their discoveries have stunned the world and given researchers previously unheard of access to one of history's most alluring characters' life and secrets after years of suspense. The discoveries uncovered inside the tomb have shocked the archaeological world, revealing unanticipated artifacts and new information about Cleopatra's final resting place. Stay with us till the end of this exciting voyage as we reveal what recently occurred within the tomb of Cleopatra, an event that has left experts completely in awe. The archaeologists were overcome with awe and wonder the instant they entered the sacred tomb. They were immediately taken in by the splendor and complexity of the tomb's design, which captivated their senses and transported them back in time. Scenes from Cleopatra's life and reign appeared to come to life in the ancient, hieroglyphic decorated walls, providing a window into her world and the occasions that helped to define her legacy. Their excitement increased significantly as the crew went deeper inside the tomb. They were going to enter a secret chamber, a remote area where time had no effect for generations. The air was tense as they cautiously made their way through the maze-like corridors, their candles creating flickering shadows on the old stone walls. The archaeologists eventually arrived at the concealed chamber's entrance. The door had been closed for a long time and was completely opaque. They pushed through the massive door with a mixture of fear and excitement, only to be completely astounded by what they saw. The team was in for a treasure trove of amazing findings within the secret chamber. Every move they made felt like it brought them one step closer to discovering the mysteries of Cleopatra's life and last burial place because the air was thick with the weight of history. The room itself was evidence of the skill and respect with which Cleopatra's tomb had been built, a memorial to the legacy of a remarkable ruler. The archaeologists' eyes adjusted to the dimly lit chamber, and they started to notice what was in front of them. Everywhere they looked, elaborate artifacts and treasures sparkled in the warm light of their torches. Golden accessories, elaborate headdresses, and precious stones sparkled like stars in the night sky. Each object appeared to scream tales of Cleopatra's lavish lifestyle and her connections to influential people of the time. The wonderfully preserved coffin, thought to contain Cleopatra's bones, however, stood out above all the other finds in the grandeur. Its ornate carvings and superb craftsmanship left the team in awe as they approached it with a mixture of veneration and apprehension. It served as a concrete link to Cleopatra and to a bygone era that had long captured the interest of historians and archaeologists alike. The researchers gingerly lifted the tomb's lid, waiting with bated breath for what might emerge. A very well-preserved mummy was within, dressed in elaborate jewelry and ceremonial clothing. The remarkable amount of preservation made it possible for researchers to examine Cleopatra's physical attributes in great detail. The image of the fabled queen was preserved for future generations to see, as if time had stopped. The significance of their discovery started to become clear at that point. The Cleopatra tomb served as a portal into the past, revealing details about the personality and personal affairs of one of history's most mysterious figures. The artifacts and findings in the tomb not only provided important new information about Cleopatra's opulent lifestyle, but also about the artistic and cultural accomplishments of ancient Egypt. The feeling of privilege and obligation overcame the archaeologists without fail. They understood that their discoveries would challenge pre-existing narratives and force a re-evaluation of Cleopatra's rule and influence, rewriting history books. In addition to having a significant impact on the archaeological community and the general public, this unprecedented excavation would reignite interest in Cleopatra and other historically significant women. The archaeologists had a strong sense of affinity for Cleopatra and her era as they stood in the secret chamber amidst the ruins of a brilliant past. They had only just started their quest, and they were eager to dive further into the mysteries that yet lingered beneath the majestic tomb's walls. The group of archaeologists and scientists were about to make an incredible find deep inside Cleopatra's tomb. They were amazed by one particular discovery out of the many amazing ones. They discovered an excellently preserved sarcophagus that was thought to contain Cleopatra's own remains inside the tomb. The experts were left dumbfounded as the tomb's lid was delicately raised with great care and devotion. A gorgeous mummy with exquisite features preserved in astonishing detail lay before their eyes. The embalming of Cleopatra demonstrated the sophisticated knowledge and skill of the ancient Egyptian embalmers through the preservation methods used. The mummy's lifelike appearance astounded the scientists when they observed it. Every minute detail of Cleopatra's facial characteristics had survived the passage of time and could be clearly seen. It appeared as though they had been transported back in time to meet the queen herself. Researchers had a never-before-seen chance to study Cleopatra's physical characteristics thanks to the extraordinary level of preservation. Every detail was meticulously captured, down to the little wrinkles etched on her face, the texture of her skin, and the color of her hair. It was a stunning example of the craftsmanship and attention to detail used in the ancient embalming procedure. The mummies also offered priceless information on Cleopatra's health and way of life. An in-depth examination of the remains was done in order to look for hints about the deceased's diet, general health, and any possible illnesses. They pieced together a story of her life by closely examining her bones and teeth, revealing the influences of her environment and any hardships she may have encountered. The world's curiosity has been captured by the discovery of the immaculately preserved mummy within Cleopatra's sarcophagus, which has intrigued the scientific community. It has given us a chance to get a rare look at a person's appearance who has remained a mystery throughout history. Scientists are now able to construct a more vibrant and nuanced vision of Cleopatra and solve the mysteries that have surrounded her for centuries because of their painstaking examination of every last detail. The incredible preservation of Cleopatra's mummy is evidence of the esteem and significance that were given to her legacy in earlier times. It entices us to explore further the complexities of her life, her era, and the enormous influence she had on ancient Egypt and the rest of the globe. We find ourselves on an astonishing journey of discovery, one that reveals the remarkable lady behind the myth and leaves us in awe of her continuing legacy as scientists work to uncover the mysteries concealed within Cleopatra's tomb. The team of archaeologists encountered an amazing sight as they dug deeper into Cleopatra's tomb's secret chamber, a collection of artifacts and treasures that had lain undiscovered for generations. They were astounded by the sheer scope of the finds, each whispering tales of Cleopatra's lavish lifestyle and her connections to influential people of the time. Stunning golden jewelry with elaborate designs and rich diamonds were discovered to be among the amazing treasures. Earrings, bracelets, and necklaces sparkled with a radiance that had stood the test of time. The craftsmanship exemplified the artistry and ability of ancient Egyptian jewelers, encapsulating the essence of Cleopatra's extravagance and her love of adorning herself with the best decorations. Along with the golden jewelry, the researchers also discovered elaborately crafted headdresses that revealed much about Cleopatra's regal wardrobe. These elaborate headpieces, which featured glittering gemstones and ornate designs, demonstrated her rank as a queen and a representation of authority. They provide an insight into the opulent decorations Cleopatra wore to portray her authority and enthrall people who witnessed her presence. Cleopatra's taste for the spectacular was highlighted by the finding of priceless gemstones inside the tomb. The archaeologists were astounded by the intricate craftsmanship as they studied the brilliant rubies, rich sapphires, and sparkling emeralds that were meticulously put in elegant settings. These diamonds not only demonstrated Cleopatra's riches and taste, but they also emphasized the value of precious resources in prehistoric times. Beyond their aesthetic appeal, these artifacts had great historical significance and offered insightful information about the workmanship and artistry of ancient Egypt. Each and every item of jewelry and elaborately crafted headdress stood as a tribute to the talent and creativity of ancient Egyptian artisans. The meticulousness of the designs, the focus on the smallest of details, and the mastery of metalworking methods all served to highlight the extraordinary craftsmanship of the day. Additionally, the artifacts provide insight into Cleopatra's relationships with influential people during her time. Her divine heritage and her deliberate use of religious symbolism to increase her political influence were indicated by the god and goddess emblems and motifs that appeared on several jewelry pieces. Others had inscriptions or symbols of well-known people, implying alliances and political connections that Cleopatra made when she was in power. The researchers' findings inside Cleopatra's tomb gave them a better knowledge of ancient Egypt's cultural and aesthetic environment, in addition to giving them a glimpse into her opulent existence. They confirmed Cleopatra's position as one of history's most famous figures and brought to mind the richness and sophistication that characterized her rule. History buffs, archaeologists, and hobbyists all find these carefully maintained artifacts fascinating. They give us a concrete way to connect with the past and experience the splendor and allure of Cleopatra's time. We come to understand the depth of ancient Egyptian culture and the legacy of a queen whose appeal and power enthralled centuries as we marvel at the craftsmanship and uncover the tales concealed within these jewels. Among the amazing findings made within Cleopatra's tomb, one finding completely stunned the team of archaeologists and experts. They made a remarkable discovery that will permanently change how we view Cleopatra's life and legacy: a collection of scrolls hidden deep inside a hidden compartment. These old scrolls held written narratives that provided a close look at the complex web of Cleopatra's life. A wealth of knowledge was unrolled before the team's eyes as they meticulously unrolled each fragile scroll. The books revealed Cleopatra's political tactics, offering light on her wise choices and crafty ploys within the convoluted political environment of her time. Additionally, the scrolls revealed Cleopatra's ties and alliances, revealing the complex web of her interpersonal and diplomatic connections. They gave incredibly insightful details about how she interacted with influential people in Egypt and on the global scene. The text emphasized the skill of diplomacy and the precarious balance of power that Cleopatra skillfully steered to establish her rule. However, these scrolls shed light on Cleopatra's abilities in other areas of politics as well. They also exposed her internal problems and revealed the complexity and depth of the person she was. The text provided insights into Cleopatra's aspirations, concerns, and desires, helping to create a more nuanced picture of a leader who overcame great odds while preserving her unflappable attitude. The scroll's discovery was a turning point since it opened a clear, unobstructed view into Cleopatra's world. As a result of the wealth of primary sources that were made available to historians and academics, they were able to reevaluate prior theories and refute widely accepted myths about Cleopatra's personality and accomplishments. The discovery of these written narratives not only improved our comprehension of Cleopatra's rule, but also encouraged us to think of her as a complex person. She wasn't just a seductress or a pawn in the schemes of strong men. She was a smart, tenacious, and independent woman. The scrolls revealed her as a leader who bucked social norms, forged her own way, and left a permanent imprint on history. Cleopatra's story came to life when additional words were translated from the scrolls, her voice echoing over the ages. These written stories gave her legacy new life and helped us see her as a powerful queen, an expert diplomat, and a multifaceted person who defied expectations and fashioned her own destiny. It is impossible to stress how important the finding of these scrolls is. A window into the mind and spirit of one of history's most fascinating characters, they are more than just antiquated handwriting on brittle parchment. They are doorways to a bygone world. The secrets hold the attention of scholars and enthusiasts even now, pushing the frontiers of our understanding and providing fresh viewpoints on the fascinating woman known as Cleopatra. The investigation of Cleopatra's tomb by scientists helped to solve the mystery surrounding her life and reign, as well as dig into the field of cutting-edge scientific study. Cutting-edge methods were used by researchers to provide groundbreaking findings that illuminated numerous facets of Cleopatra's existence. One of the most important discoveries resulted from DNA testing done on the mummy found inside the sarcophagus. This scientific process provided unambiguous proof that the remains belonged to Cleopatra, putting an end to historians' long-running disagreements and establishing her real identity. The DNA analysis established a clear connection between the physical remains and the historical figure, answering a long-standing puzzle for academics. Additionally, the isotopic examination of Cleopatra's teeth and bones shed important light on her life and the environment in which she lived. Scientists have been able to learn details about the food, health, and environment of this person by analyzing the isotopes that are present in their remains. The results of this research provided information regarding the types of food she ate, including the presence of isotopes that are suggestive of a diet high in seafood, consistent with her coastal Egyptian background. Indicators of her general health and possible lifetime exposure to numerous environmental factors were also presented. The isotopic study not only illuminated Cleopatra's private life, but also helped to grasp the larger geographical and historical backdrop of her time. Researchers learned more about the ecology and cultural practices of ancient Egypt by analyzing the isotope ratios found in her remains. These results advance our knowledge of the social and environmental forces that influenced Cleopatra's life and the lives of others around her. The scientific examinations of the artifacts and remains discovered in Cleopatra's tomb have not only improved our understanding of her life as a whole, but also had wider ramifications for historical studies. Modern methods have helped scholars better comprehend ancient genetics, isotopic analyses, and the interpretation of archaeological artifacts. Future research can use the approaches used and improve throughout previous inquiries, creating new opportunities for researching and understanding the past. The public and the scholarly world have both been enthralled by the scientific discoveries from Cleopatra's tomb. By shedding light on her significance both personally and historically, they have revolutionized how we perceive this iconic character. The fusion of historical investigation and analytical science has given Cleopatra's story new life, developing a deeper understanding of her legacy and presenting novel viewpoints on the complexity of ancient Egyptian culture and civilization. It carries the possibility of more revelations and discoveries as the scientific investigation of Cleopatra's tomb progresses. We can embark on a transdisciplinary trip that bridges the past and the present, thanks to historical research combined with scientific breakthroughs. We are unraveling the vast tapestry of human history as well as learning more about the mysterious life of Cleopatra by probing the mysteries of her artifacts and remains. The findings inside Cleopatra's tomb have significant ramifications and the potential to fundamentally alter how we view ancient history. These discoveries call into question widely held concepts and assumptions about Cleopatra's life and demise, leading us to reconsider the stories that have molded our understanding of this legendary character. The discoveries made inside the tomb have given us new perspectives on Cleopatra by revealing previously hidden facets of her life. In contrast to the oversimplified depictions that have frequently concentrated either on her seductive abilities or her relationships with wealthy men, they present a more nuanced and complex picture of her reign. The information from the tomb encourages us to think of Cleopatra as a complex person with many facets, including a strategic leader, a diplomat, and a lady who defied social expectations. Furthermore, these discoveries have ramifications that go beyond Cleopatra. They give us priceless insights into the historical, political, and cultural climate. We learn more about the general dynamics of ancient Egypt and the Mediterranean region by analyzing the artifacts and inscriptions that were discovered inside the tomb. Our view of the relationships and power conflicts between Egypt and Rome may be altered as a result of the discoveries, which could also shed light on the complicated geopolitical environment of the time. In the end, we are prompted to reconsider the historical narratives that have influenced our understanding of the past by the discoveries from Cleopatra's tomb. They advise using a critical eye when studying history, recognizing that information is constantly changing and open to correction. Beyond Cleopatra, the possibility of modifying our perception of ancient history motivates us to reevaluate the historical narratives we tell and the viewpoints we bring to historical interpretation. In this way, the finds uncovered inside Cleopatra's tomb serve as more than merely exciting archaeological findings. They also serve as stimuli for intellectual inquiry and development. They stretch the limits of our knowledge and help us understand the intricacy of the past and the legacies that continue to influence our world now. A lot more than just archaeology may be learned from the remarkable excavation of Cleopatra's tomb. The discoveries revealed inside the tomb have rekindled interest in the legacy of this legendary queen. It's anticipated that these discoveries will have an impact on a variety of media and cultural discourses. A closer examination of Cleopatra's life and rule is likely to be offered through books, documentaries, and exhibitions that will likely be released in the wake of the tomb's discoveries. People all across the world are eager to learn more about this fascinating historical lady, and popular interest in her narrative has been renewed. These innovative storytelling channels will not only amuse and inform, but also offer a forum for debates on the historical significance of strong women and the legacy they left behind. The archaeological community has surely been completely rocked by the recent discovery of Cleopatra's tomb. One of history's most fascinating people has been subject of amazing discoveries that have cast doubt on long-held theories and provided new angles on the subject. Every discovery has the potential to change how we perceive the ancient world, from the wonderfully well-preserved coffin to the secret scrolls carrying Cleopatra's diary entries. The scientific community is still eagerly waiting to decipher the mysteries remaining concealed within the walls of Cleopatra's majestic tomb as we continue to explore the riddles surrounding her life. So, what do you think about all these new discoveries? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you liked watching it. And remember, we've got more coming, so make sure you subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.